Subai made his move. He transformed several of his zombies into stone statue form, anchoring them into the demon's limbs, binding its hands and feet so tightly it couldn't move an inch. The demon let out a pained roar, its body shaking violently. Blood oozed from the cracks in its scaled flesh as it cried out in fury and humiliation. "I admit defeat for today," it hissed, its voice trembling with suppressed rage. "But don't think this is enough to hold me forever." In a desperate move, the demon's main body detached from the larger snake host and fled into the distance like a dark shadow, melting into the horizon. Li Mingxuan, who had just barely survived, watched the escape in panic. "Don't leave me behind. I haven't escaped yet." But before he could move, the remaining students, those who had narrowly survived his betrayal, surrounded him, cold hatred burning in their eyes. "Karma always comes back around," one muttered. "You really think you'll walk away after killing so many of us?" Fear flooded Li Mingguan's eyes as he stumbled back. "Stay away. I'll kill you if you come any closer, I swear." But the crowd no longer feared him. They descended on him without mercy, fists and feet replacing words. Li Mingguan died the same way he lived, violently and utterly alone. Nearby, Lin Wonk turned toward Subai, her voice filled with disbelief. "That monster, we're really just letting it go?" Subai only smirked. "It's just a lowly snake demon. Does it really believe it can escape my spiritual sense?" Far away, the mutated snake demon, now free from its bindings, let out a long breath. It had narrowly escaped death, but one question clawed at his mind. Where did that demonic cultivator come from? Then a chilling realization crossed his thoughts. Could he too have been pulled into this world through the chaotic spatial rift, just like me? He scoffed. "Doesn't matter. I'm free now. A foundation establishment cultivator like him? He'll never find me." But he was wrong. Before he could take another step, a shadow fell over him. Subai appeared directly behind him. "Try running again," he said coldly. "Let's see if you can escape my spiritual sense now." Terror flooded the snake demon's expression. His whole body trembled. He could not understand. How did he track me this fast? How strong is his spiritual sense? Subai didn't waste time. He ordered his mutated zombies forward. As the beast tried to flee, they lunged in, grabbing the demon's legs and arms, pinning it down. The mutated zombie struck its vital point, sealing its core. The snake demon howled in agony, completely paralyzed. "If I can't live in peace, none of you will," the demon bellowed. He activated his final skill, Serpent Shadow Clone. Dozens of shadowy snake clones burst forth, swarming towards Subai. Laughing, the demon mocked, "Your soul banner is useless now. Once I devour you, your puppets will vanish." But Subai showed no concern. He raised his 10,000 souls banner, calmly scanned the illusions, and in a flash stabbed the real body. The snake demon gasped. "How did you see through it?" "Not even nascent soul cultivators could." Subai remained unchanged. "If you weren't still useful, I would have shattered your soul already." With that, he unleashed the soul-binding power of the banner. Black tendrils wrapped around the demon's very spirit. "You'll never get me," the demon roared. "I'll destroy my soul before I serve you." In a final act of defiance, it attempted to self-destruct its soul, but once again it had underestimated Subai. With a single thought, Subai activated his spiritual sense manifestation. His soul form materialized in front of the demon, grabbing and stopping the detonation mid-explosion. The snake demon stared in horror. "That pressure, you're not foundation establishment." His voice cracked. "Soul formation." The truth hit him like a blade to the chest. He had offended a soul formation powerhouse. He dropped to his knees, pleading, "Don't kill me. I was wrong." But his pleas fell on deaf ears. The 10,000 souls banner absorbed his soul in its entirety. System notification. "Congratulations. You have slain an evolved level creature. Soul banner has leveled up to level 3. Max controllable souls. 10. New feature unlocked. Enhancement mode. You can now feed spiritual energy, infused objects to your undead souls to boost their strength. Subai stood silently, staring at the faint glow of the soul banner. He was amazed. He hadn't expected that spirit stones could be directly fed to the undead. If that was true, then as long as he had enough stones, he could rapidly forge a powerful undead army. In that case, he thought, gathering spirit stones must become a top priority. Once he gained enough strength to protect himself in this chaotic world, it would be time to visit his loyal little disciples. Meanwhile, back at the university, Teacher Lee turned to Lin Wonk, her voice laced with concern. Sub went after that monster. Isn't he in danger? But Lin Wonk replied calmly, Don't worry, Mr. Subai will be totally fine. A monster like that is no match for him. Teacher Lee let out a quiet sigh of relief, but curiosity soon crept into her eyes. You seem to trust him a lot. He doesn't appear to be a student here. How did you meet him? Lin Wonk hesitated for a moment before speaking. When I ran out of the school during the chaos and was about to be attacked by monsters, he saved me. Her eyes flickered with a strange emotion. When I first met him, I felt something odd, a strange sense of familiarity, like I've seen him before. Just then, Subai returned. Lin Wonk ran toward him. Mr. Subyubai, are you hurt? He pushed her gently aside and replied coldly, A low-level demon like that. There's no way it could hurt me. Then he turned to Teacher Lee. Do you know where to get more of those spirit stones? Teacher Lee looked apologetic. That one belonged to my father. I don't really know where he found it. If you want answers, you'll have to ask him yourself. Subai narrowed his eyes. She hesitated again, then spoke cautiously. If you truly want to find him, we'll have to make another deal. The last time I spoke with him was 3 days ago. He was trapped somewhere, waiting for rescue. If you want that information, we'll have to find him first. Subai's face darkened. This woman, is she trying to use me to save her father? If the old man had knowledge about spirit stones, it would be worth the time. Fine, he said. I'll go with you. But listen carefully. If I find out you're lying to me, not only will you die, but everyone else will too, including your father. Teacher Lee trembled under his gaze but nodded quickly. Understood. I'm sure my father won't disappoint you. She then turned to her surviving students. We're leaving with Mr. Subyubai. There was a wave of relief among them. They were leaving this nightmare, but not all were so lucky. Many students had died during the chaos. As Subai looked at their bodies, he raised his 10,000 souls banner and summoned their souls. One by one, gasps echoed through the group. The students stared in horror. Even Teacher Lee's voice trembled as she asked, Why are you taking their souls? Subai turned to her, his expression unreadable. They were going to be wasted otherwise. Now they reside in the soul banner, my personal puppets. He glanced toward the school gates. Enough talk. Let's go. I don't have time to waste here. Despite the grim nature of it all, Teacher Lee bowed slightly. Mr. Subyubai, if it weren't for you, we'd still be trapped in that classroom. We would have starved or been torn apart by monsters. Sub scoffed. I didn't do this for free. Everyone got what they needed. Now that he had broken through to the Foundation establishment stage, Subyubai could feel his divine consciousness gradually recovering. He should now be able to retrieve higher-tier artifacts sealed within his soul domain. Without hesitation, he focused, reaching inward, and suddenly, a brilliant sword appeared before him. Sub's eyes widened. Could it really be fate? Lin Wonk stared at the sword, stunned. Something stirred in her heart. I feel like I've seen that sword before. Subai turned to her, expression sharpening. Could this be a sign that her memories are returning? He narrowed his eyes. If this girl truly regains her memories and realizes she's fallen into the hands of her former master, a lamb remembering her shepherd just before the slaughter. He threw the sword onto the ground and looked at her. Hold on to it. Lin Wonk blinked in surprise. Me? What do I even do with a sword? Are you asking me to fight monsters? Sub nodded. I won't protect you forever. You need to learn to protect yourself. She hesitated. I've never used a sword before. You'll have to teach me later. As she nervously picked it up, her fingers brushed the blade, and flashes of memory surged through her mind. Moments long buried, of a distant mountain sect, her master Subai, and the day she was tested to become his disciple. The pain of betrayal, and the haunting image of a mysterious senior brother whispering lies to her and her senior sister, lies that turned them against their master. She staggered back slightly, clutching her head. The fragments were blurry, incomplete, but they were returning. At last, Lin Wonk finally saw her master's face, the very master she had betrayed, and he looked exactly like Subai. Seeing the angry gaze of her master, Lin Wonk got so frightened that she lost consciousness and fell to the ground. Seeing her suddenly fall, Teacher Li and the others were shocked. But before anyone could help her, Subai, realizing that Lin Wonk's memories had returned, immediately raised his soul banner and released his newly controlled snake beast to attack and kill her. Before Lin Wonk could even understand or say anything, the snake beast coiled its muscular body around her and began squeezing. Seeing Subai attacking Lin Wonk, Teacher Li and her students were too shocked. Teacher Li ran forward, begging Subai to stop, but Subai didn't even flinch. The snake beast continued tightening its grip, suffocating Lin Wonk slowly. Lin Wonk struggled and somehow managed to free her mouth. While coughing, she said, "Mr. Subai, your monster has gone insane. Please help me quickly." Subai approached her and pinned down the soul banner right in front of Lin Wonk, scaring her. He sat down and asked, "Lin Wonk, do you remember now?" Scared and confused, Lin Wonk asked, "Remember what? What are you talking about?" Teacher Li pleaded with Subai to save Lin Wonk, saying she was a good child. Subai was also confused, not understanding what was going on. Lin Wonk's reaction just now didn't seem fake, and he wondered if it could really just be a mere restoration of her memories for a split moment. But he was not sure, so he decided to investigate it himself. He placed his hand on Lin Wonk's head and used Soul Search to look into her memories. He saw all of Lin Wonk's memories, himself included, but found nothing. He knew that memories couldn't be faked and wondered if she really had not recalled her past. Both Lin Wonk and Teacher Li looked at Subai, scared and confused. After confirming for himself, Subai decided to let her live for now. He stood up, called back the snake beast, which released Lin Wonk, and returned it to the soul banner. Subai then walked away as if nothing had happened, telling Lin Wonk, "Maybe this sword doesn't fit you that well." He took back the sword and told everyone, "Don't waste time." Teacher Li then turned to her students and told them, "It's okay. Hurry up and follow." But Lin Wonk felt something odd. She couldn't understand why she had suddenly called Subai master and what this sense of familiarity toward him was. Not just her, even Subai was very confused. Wondering if this was all God's will, he decided he would definitely investigate this matter. After walking for a few hours, Teacher Li led them all to a building. Pointing at it, she told Subai, "This is one of my family's properties, and my father last contacted me from here, but it looks like he wasn't able to evacuate because of those monsters." Looking at the building, Subai said, "If that's the case, let's go check it out." But a student of Teacher Li suggested that they should not go in and should just wait here for Subai and the others to come out. Other students agreed, saying they might not be able to help Boss Subai if they went in. So, it was better to meet them here again. Subai said, "No problem," and told them, "Since I took you out of the school, my part of the deal has been fulfilled. Where you go now has nothing to do with me." Teacher Li looked at her 3 students, who were standing there scared. She told them, "Stay here and don't run around. When they come out, we will take you to the official shelter. It's safe there." The students told her not to worry, saying they would definitely stay put. After Teacher Li left with Subai and Lin Wonk, those students sighed with relief, saying, "We are free." A girl told the others that she didn't dare breathe deeply for fear that Subai would kill them if he was displeased. Others agreed, saying he was scarier than the monsters. A third person told them both to stop talking for now. They just had to stay quiet here to survive. Meanwhile, Subai, Lin Wonk, and Teacher Li approached the building's gate. But before they could enter, Lin Wonk sensed something and asked them to wait. She looked to the side and saw something approaching. She told Subai that something seemed to be coming their way, soldiers being chased by zombies. When those soldiers saw Subai and the others, they shouted, "Go away! This is not a place for you. Don't come close to the monsters. Return immediately," they shouted while shooting at the zombies. Teacher Lee told Subai that these people were likely the official rescue team and would know where her father was trapped. Hearing this, Subai decided to keep them alive. He raised his soul banner, summoned his zombies, and ordered them to clear the way. Seeing Subai's zombies, the soldiers misunderstood, thinking monsters were coming from behind to attack. They asked their captain what to do. The captain told his soldiers not to panic and ordered everyone to disperse and avoid getting caught by the monster wave. All the soldiers hid in the cracks between the buildings. After the soldiers got out of the way, Subai's zombies attacked the zombies coming from the front. The mutated zombie swung its sharp claws, slicing hundreds of zombies in one strike. The snake beast wasn't far behind. It opened its huge mouth and devoured the zombies. Seeing Subai's zombies attack the other zombies, the soldiers became confused. One soldier asked his captain why these monsters were fighting each other. Another said he had never seen such a strange thing during missions. Even their captain was confused, asking, "What's going on? What kind of fight is this?" Sububai's monsters continued killing the zombies, making a path for Sububai. Soldiers hiding behind walls were very confused. Their captain told them not to be careless and to evacuate now before the monsters noticed them, saying they would only be safe when the awakened were sent in. Hearing that, a soldier said, "I heard those people in the bureau praised them for being amazing, but are they really that great? We're all the same in the end. How can they be superior?" The captain told that soldier he said that because he hadn't seen their power. He said he once saw an S-level awakened, just one person fighting against thousands of troops. Hearing about one man fighting thousands of troops, a soldier said, "That's too exaggerated. Are they superhumans?" Suddenly, a soldier saw Sububai and the others walking toward the zombies. Confused, he asked, "Aren't those the survivors from before? Why aren't the monsters attacking them? It even looks like the monsters are escorting them." Seeing this unusual phenomenon, the soldiers immediately pointed their swords at Sububai. The soldiers warned Sububai to stand still and answer. Otherwise, they would open fire. But Sububai didn't even look at them and continued walking ahead. Seeing this, the soldiers asked their captain if they should open fire. But after seeing Sububai controlling the monsters, their captain lowered his gun and told his soldiers to forget it because this person was not someone they could handle. The captain came out of hiding and asked Sububai to wait. He introduced himself as Shurao Chongqing, the captain of the 3rd Search and Rescue Team of Z-City, and asked Sububai if they were the awakened sent by the higher-ups to assist them. Hearing that, Subai finally stopped and looked back, asking the captain what he meant by awakened. The captain replied that Sububai was not the one he was referring to and then tried to ask if Subai was awakened. But before finishing his sentence, he stopped, thinking that since Sububai was not a registered awakened from the bureau, could he be a lone wolf? That would be bad news. Then Teacher Lee stepped forward and told the captain that they were here to find someone. Her father, Lai Jiang Hao. Hearing the name, the captain told Teacher Lee that Lai Jiang Hao was on their rescue list. They had been informed that he had important information, so the higher-ups required this person to be rescued. Hearing that, Subai asked the captain if he knew where Lai Yung-ho was. The captain said yes, but told Sububai that the place was in the heart of the region, and given the current situation, it would be hard for them to rush in there. Just as the captain said this, the walls on their side broke and more zombies poured out. Because of this new zombie wave, they all got surrounded. Immediately, the soldiers started shooting at the zombies, but it was still not enough. Panicked, the captain turned to Sububai, telling him that even if he was not affiliated with the government, they hoped he could lend them a helping hand. He added that it didn't matter if they all died. As long as they could send one person out to pass on the news from here, it would be fine. Sububai agreed without hesitation, saying he would get them out of there, but they needed to lead him to the target in exchange. The captain agreed. Sububai immediately called his monsters to attack the zombies. The mutated monster and the snake monster jumped on the zombies, crushing them to the ground. Sububai's mutated monster sliced off hundreds of zombies in one strike, while the snake monster shot fire from its mouth, burning thousands of zombies. The soldiers were shocked to see how strong Sububai's monsters were. One soldier asked his captain if this was some kind of superpower, adding, "Isn't this too extreme?" Another asked if all awakened were like this and if any one of them could destroy everything like this. He added that compared to Sububai, what they had in their hands was just a fire stick. With a serious expression, the captain told his soldiers that not all awakened were that strong. This man right in front of them was definitely one of the best. Even among officially registered awakened, he had never seen someone capable of manipulating monsters for his benefit. So, Sububai must be at least S level. While Sububai's monsters were fighting, Lin Wonk sensed something and told Sububai to watch out, saying something was coming. She pointed above and told Sububai that it was coming from the sky. Just as she said that, a huge monster jumped off a building, shouting, "Anyone who enters my territory without my permission will die." A huge night monster landed right in front of them. Seeing the huge night, the soldiers panicked and asked what kind of monster it was because they hadn't been told about this level existing in this place. When Sububai saw the night monster, he immediately recognized the aura of the perfect foundation realm. He hadn't expected a monster of this level to be lurking here. Moreover, it seemed different from the ordinary undead. The night monster pointed his mace at Sububai and shouted, "My family, follow me to defeat the invaders." Hearing his voice, all the zombies in that area charged at Sububai. Seeing them coming, Lin Wonk panicked and asked Sububai what they should do now. Sububai told everyone to get ready to fight. Even if it meant dying, they would fight the monsters. Sububai was very excited to see the night monster, knowing that, sure enough, this was a rare undead creature with intelligence. If he could capture its soul and send it into the 10,000 souls banner, there was a high probability that the souls of his subordinates would gain independent consciousness. Sububai stepped forward with Lin Wonk and Teacher Li and told the soldiers to step back, saying this night monster was his prey. Sububai was confident that as long as he captured it, there was hope to create an army of undead with independent intelligence, which would greatly enhance his combat power. He then summoned his monsters and ordered them to attack. Sububai's monsters charged at the night monster at super speed. The mutated monster jumped into the air and punched the night monster with full power, blocking its mace with its blackened fist. Taking this opportunity, the snake monster coiled its muscular body around the night monster's leg, making it unable to walk. The night monster looked down and saw that Sububai was controlling the undead. Realizing that this human was very dangerous, the night monster became very angry. It released an energy blast from its body, sending all of Sububai's monsters flying. The night monster raised its mace and, while gathering energy, shouted, "I'm the lord of the undead. How can a mere human stand against me?" Saying that, the night monster swung its long mace at Sububai's monsters, aiming to kill them all in one strike. Seeing the night monster's power, Sububai was a little surprised because it looked like the night monster had combat capabilities comparable to at least a golden core realm warrior. Now, Sububai began to wonder where this undead monster had come from. When that undead monster unleashed his full power, a guy was watching it from afar, standing on the rooftop of a building. Seeing Sububai, that guy in glasses smiled, saying, "A sweet prey discovered. My lord will surely be pleased." He called his lord, and suddenly a dark figure appeared in the sky. The glasses guy told his lord that he had found a foundation-building cultivator who could control the dead. Hearing that, his lord ordered the glasses guy to kill and seize his body, saying the spiritual energy in his body was extremely valuable, and if he succeeded, he would be rewarded. Hearing that, the glasses guy laughed and told his lord, "Don't worry, because the Bone Fiend Lord is already hunting him down." On the other hand, that undead monster swung his huge sword to attack Subai. Seeing it coming, Teacher Li and Lin Wong Yu got very scared. The soldiers standing behind started shooting at the undead monster, saying they would fight with everything they had. Lin Wong Yu grabbed Sub's hand, saying that even if she died, she would stay by his side. Seeing the sword coming, Sububai closed his eyes and sensed that it was a golden core realm undead lord. But it was just a fake. Its true strength was merely at the peak stage of foundation building. And even though Sububai had lost all his cultivation, he was not someone a beast like that could stop. He immediately took out the sword he had given to Lin Wangyu before, then manifested his Dharma body of the peak level. His Dharma body was very huge, and it unleashed itself. Sububai used it to cut down the undead monster's sword. This completely shocked the undead monster, and it looked ahead in disbelief to see Sububai's Dharma body, asking, "How is this possible? How is there a manifestation of the heavens and earth, which is a nascent soul secret technique?" Seeing that, even the soldier's captain was shocked, saying, "This is stronger than any ability user I have ever encountered. This is just insane." A soldier asked the captain, "Are there really ability users this powerful?" But on the other hand, Subai started sweating because he had just barely gathered a bit of spiritual energy, and now it was all gone. But getting a scaled king in return was worth it. Seeing that even a nascent soul secret technique was being used, the undead monster didn't know how he was supposed to fight this. So he immediately turned around and started running away. Seeing it trying to escape, Sububai got ready to use another powerful technique. He threw his sword at the undead monster using his Phoenix Fury first. His sword turned into a fire phoenix and, at high speed, flew towards the undead monster. Seeing the fire phoenix coming towards him, the undead monster was shocked. He recognized that it was a divine weapon, and with just one cry of the phoenix, he couldn't move a muscle. Now the undead monster regretted, asking, "Just what kind of monster have I provoked?" The fire phoenix hit the undead monster in the stomach, piercing a huge hole. Seeing that, everyone was shocked. Lin Wangyu asked Subai, "The thing you just summoned, was that a phoenix?" The soldiers were also quite shocked, seeing an ancient divine beast, the golden phoenix. They could not understand just what kind of power Subai had. Subai then raised his soul banner and activated it to seal the undead monster. As the chains of the soul banner went towards the undead monster, it started running away, shouting, "Don't even think about enslaving me. I, the Bone Fiend Lord, will never surrender." But before it could run away, the Bone Lord got caught by the chains of the soul banner. Seeing that, the Bone Lord finally admitted defeat, saying that even if it was frustrating, following a nascent soul powerhouse sounded far more promising than sticking with that brat. The soul banner sucked in the Bone Lord and closed its mouth completely, trapping him inside. Immediately, a system notification appeared, congratulating the host for slaying a commander-level creature. With that, the 10,000 Souls banner leveled up. Host's current realm, Chi Refining Stage. 10,000 Souls banner level. 4. Controllable boss level undead, 1. Controllable advanced undead, 2. Limit of 5. Controllable normal undead, 10. Limit of 20. But before Subai could get happy seeing those notifications, he suddenly started coughing. Forcing the manifestation of heaven and earth had overexhausted him and even caused his realm to drop. Seeing him coughing, Lin Wangyu immediately asked if he was okay. But suddenly, a voice came from the soul banner. It was the Bone Lord. He addressed Sububai as Lord and offered to help him recover some strength. After seeing Subai stabilizing, the Bone Lord immediately appeared in human size and transferred some of his spiritual power into Sububai. A system notification appeared, telling Sububai that his current realm was now at the mid-stage of foundation building. Seeing that, Subai smiled because it was a step beyond his previous stage of foundation building. He understood that the soul energy in the 10,000 Souls banner gave him extra boosts. Subai turned and told the Bone Lord it was quite thoughtful of him to offer his spiritual power. The Bone Lord and Sububai now knew that since he belonged to the banner, he served him alone and only hoped Sububai would trust him. The Bone Lord was acting like that because, after seeing the manifestation of heaven and earth and that divine weapon infused with phoenix power, he understood that Sububai must have been in the nascent soul realm before arriving in this world. And with that foundation, he would surely reach the peak once more. And if the Bone Lord served him well and followed in his footsteps, he too could rise to the top again. Thinking all that, he could not stop himself from laughing. Worried, Lin Wangyu asked Subai again if he was okay, because just now she had seen blood at the corner of his mouth. Seeing her so worried about him, Subai got more confused. He really didn't understand why Lin Wangyu and the others had tried to assassinate him before the transmigration, but he guessed it didn't matter anymore. The attempt had already happened. The reason didn't matter. What mattered now was figuring out this world and getting more spirit stones. He then turned to the soldier's captain and asked him to take them to see Li Jianghao. The captain said yes, also addressing him as Lord Subai. But when they turned to leave, they saw that hundreds of zombies had surrendered to them. Seeing that, Subai got annoyed, saying, "These zombies just keep coming." Just then, the Bone Lord came out of the Soul Banner in his spirit form and shouted at the zombies, "Blind beasts, don't you kneel when you see our Lord?" Hearing the Bone Lord's words, those zombies slowly backed off and created a path for Subai and his team to go. Seeing that, a soldier was shocked and told his friend that Captain Shurao had said Subai could take on 100 by himself, and he hadn't believed it. But this wasn't fighting 100. These zombies were kneeling and showing submission. The soldier said, "This Subai is terrifying. Ability users are like gods." Even Teacher Li was amazed, thinking, "This young man is remarkable. That golden phoenix from earlier, and the ability to harvest and command souls in this chaotic post-apocalyptic world. Could he become the new hero?" Meanwhile, far away in a house, it was the residence of that glasses guy's master. He reported to his master that the Bone Fiend Lord was killed. Hearing that, his master was shocked, saying, "It's impossible." The glasses guy sent some pictures, telling his master it was the truth. He wouldn't dare make false reports. These were images captured from the scene. When that glasses guy's master saw the techniques Subai used, he immediately recognized them as the manifestation of heaven and earth and the Phoenix Fury Sword, because he was none other than Subai's disciple, the one who had provoked the other disciples who killed Subai. He immediately realized that it was his master, Subai. He was furious, seeing that his master had arrived in this world too, and that his master's progress was faster than his own. He knew he must hurry and find the junior sisters. He told the glasses guy that he recognized the Subai and ordered him to mobilize all his forces and kill him as soon as he stepped into the prison land. He also told the glasses guy that if he failed, then he should kill everyone inside the prison land. The glasses guy told his master that he understood. What happens next? Stay tuned, the next part is coming soon. Don't miss it, and make sure to watch the next episode.